So these are the pairings of today's top games in the Open. There we see the young Indian prodigy, Nihal Sarin, has white against Fabiano Caruana. That's going to be a great game, I think, Anna. So right back to the playing hall, and look at that, perfect timing with the clock just started there on board one. And we see Nihal Sarin from India, and I think he's 17 years old, playing Fabiano Caruana.
And he's taking some time before playing the first move. Is he like a little bit unsure or a little bit afraid of?
Usually, sure he's not afraid.
D4 on the board. Indians, young prodigies, never afraid of their opponent. Doesn't matter whom they face, even if they have to face world number 2 Fabiano Caruana. And we see Nihal thinking, considering different variations and different lines, but it looks like he's surprised by the opening choice.
I really think so, yes. And of course, it's so that's isn't it the value of surprising one's opponents in the opening is to sort of throw them off their balance a bit, and maybe get some time on the clock, and certainly avoid
of course
preparation.
Let's start with Fabiano and what happened in that game is. I think somewhere here. It was the last time we saw the position, a6. C takes d5, so I decided to take some decision in the center, and bishop e2. Knight c6, castle, bishop d6. Also, I think c4 may be interesting, Here
anyway, so Fabi didn't play c4.
Fabi didn't play c4. He played bishop to d6.
Now we see him on camera. Okay, b3,
castle, bishop b2, bishop a7, prophylactical move, rook c1, rook
fairly
e8,
standard
and
moves,
h3.
Okay.
It's actually not so easy because he is the top-seeded participant. It always puts some pressure on you, and he's not qualified to the candidates yet, and there are only 2 spots, so he definitely wants to be there. While, of course, the tournament can go in different ways, and being the top-seeded player doesn't mean that you will finish on the top. And but Fabiano is the player who is actually quite a stable one, and even if things go wrong, as it was at the last US Championship, he still came back. He didn't collapse, but instead in the second half of the tournament, he won a couple of games, and he was fighting for the first place. So that's a great approach.
तो बेसिक ट्रिक है एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबाकर लाइक और शेयर ठोक लीजिए 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा ऐसा नहीं चलेगा लाइक ठोकी दबा के.
And we have got updates in the game between Nihal Sarin and Fabiano Caruana. So we stopped somewhere around here, I think after the move of h3, and many moves have been played. So we were expecting bishop f5, we also considered d4, but in fact Fabiano played queen to d6.
Right,
maybe that's why he's 2800 player. And after queen d6, bishop d3 was played. Actually, bishop d3, maybe one of the ideas is to stop bishop f5.
And also knight e2, maybe, Anna.
Yeah, also knight e2, of course. Knight e2, bring the knight either to d4 or f4. Bishop d7 was played. Knight e2 on the next move. So you were right, Stuart. Well done. Rook a to d8.
Do I win a prize?
For guessing the moves? Can you still guess the moves? Rook d8, preparing bishop to b8.
Knight d4.
Knight to d4 on the board. Knight e4, queen e2, bishop b8. And now it looks like black got a very good version of the isolated pawn.
Yes,
yeah.
I think so.
So already here we should consider some sacrifices like bishop takes h3, g takes h3, queen g6, bring the queen to g5, and then maybe the rook with the same route. So rook f to d1 was played. Actually, let's just take a look. I mean,
really? Anyway, yeah.
Just my curiosity seems like it doesn't work.
Take back. I mean, the king can come to f1 now. So.
Take back, or maybe you can also take on c6 first. But yeah, takes queen g6. Okay, I sacrificed. You can sort for the defense.
I would play king f. I think king f1. No?
King f1 followed by knight g1. Yeah, if queen h5, then knight g1, and it's not that dangerous.
No.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, bishop h3 doesn't work in this position, but Fabiano started with queen g6. Now bishop h3 is really a very serious threat. knight h4 was played, and knight d4, trading the knights on d4 and queen h6. If he did...
Oh, because of knight
yeah,
f5.
if he played queen a6 immediately, then knight f5, and there are some problems with the g7 pawn. So, okay, this is clear. Queen h6 now, and this is the current position, and we see Nihal Sarin keeping his head in his hands.
He doesn't look very contented, does he?
Seems so, but I don't think things are so bad. Okay, his knight is under the attack. Maybe now if he goes knight f3, then okay, bishop h3.
Absolutely, yeah.
Takes, and this looks very dangerous. We don't have time to regroup the knight.
And the rook.
And rook d6,
One of the
rook
rooks is coming
g6,
around.
or rook e6, rook g6. Alright, at the moment I don't see how to stop it. So, what other options?
We're hearing that Fabiano did sacrifice on h3 in his game, which we certainly saw coming, didn't we, Anna?
Yeah, it was going to happen. So we see Fabiano on the screen. How, in which move order? Let's say queen g6, knight h4, take, queen h6, knight f3, and bishop h3 on the board.
Yeah, this is what we predicted.
Yeah, and after queen h3, I didn't find anything better than just to give the knight. Because the
Queen
threat...
f1 or something.
Yeah, he played queen f1, queen f3, queen g2. And now being 2 pawns up, Fabiano decided to trade the queens. Maybe he didn't... Yeah, he didn't really have an options
because of
the checkmate. So he had to trade the queens, but okay, here he's 2 pawns up. I think he'll convert this advantage.
Let's get back to the action here, Anna. And so Fabi's 2 pawns up with black, and looking good for another win.
Yeah, he actually went for the plan you suggested with rook e6, rook g6. He also played h5.
He played rook e6, nice.
Right here. No, first he played h6, and then he played rook e6, and then he played h5.
Well, all right.
I think he could also do it like rook e6 instead of h6, or maybe... These 2 bishops are very strong, so if white had additional 1 pawn at least, then the chances to make the draw would have been much higher. Do you agree?
Yeah, sure.
So now I'm expecting a rook takes d3, rook takes d3, and a rook b6.
Right.
Should be a draw, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, we can see that Fabiano is a little bit upset because he really had a great game.
Yes, he had a fantastic position.
But
I mean, all credit to Nihal for surviving in the first place.
Look at this space.
It was very nearly game over.
Try to beat this player. Not so easy.
He'll be very happy if he if he gets the draw here.
Would be a very good result for him, indeed.
All right. Oh, we have results on top board.
Yeah, the players are signing the score
sheet. Surely have been a draw. Let's see any reaction from Fabiano.
The reaction is to put the kings on the
center.
Yeah,
put the kings, right. And
yeah, must be a happy result for Nihal Sarin and a bit upsetting result for Fabiano Caruana. But it's just round 2. We have many games.
So they're not talking about the game or anything. That's Deputy Chief Arbiter Ana Trebinic from Slovenia collecting the score sheets. And yeah, what a great save, let's say. A great save from Nihal. Because we really thought
he got into troubles.
Yeah, big
like
trouble.
Almost right after the opening, but then he fought really very well. Very stubborn defense.